travel space and time, search myself inside, work through fear and pride, I'll find peace of mind.
Hi everyone, it's Sabrina
and Sterling, and we're the
Metaphysical Vloggers!
And today we're talking about something super duper freaking cool, which is astral projection. And I'm going to put this down so I can focus. You are not a fidget spinner, but I love you very much. We're going to talk about astral projection today. And there's a question that I get asked a lot, and I'm sure you do too. And it's the awesome question, is astral projection dangerous? Well, we are here to tell you the facts, and then you can decide for yourself if it is or is not dangerous. So to start off with, if you guys don't know what astral projection is, it is the same thing as out-of-body experiences.
When you first type it in Google, that's what comes up. So that's the first thing that people are gonna see. So it's definitely important to talk about that and to discuss that. Of course it is Wikipedia, and you know, they're not the best of definitions.
And here is the definition you get when you type astral projection into Google. Astral projection, or astral travel, is a term used in esotericism to describe a willful out-of-body experience, OBE, a supposed form of telepathy that assumes the existence of a soul or consciousness called an astral body that is separate from the physical body and capable of traveling outside of it throughout the universe. So I don't know what you got from that, but what I got from that is that this definition presents a very fear-based way to look at astral projection. They use terms like supposed and assumes, and it's basically fear-based propaganda. So it kind of implants that seed in your head that this is something to be afraid of or to be cautious about. And it also kind of furthers the impression that the whole thing is a little tongue-in-cheek.
It definitely gives the impression of it not being real. It's, well, supposedly, well, maybe this could happen. Some people say.
And we are here to ensure you that astral projection is real and you can provide your own personal proof for yourself.
And today we are here to teach you how.
And there's nothing to fear about astral travel. In fact, we all do it every single night, every single time you go to sleep. Yeah, that's right. You've been astral traveling and you don't even know it. In fact, every night, when you go to sleep, you just separate a little bit from your body and you just like hover above yourself. It's something that's totally natural and it happens all the time. But even though it's something that we do all the time, there's still a lot of fear that some people have about the subject. And we are here today to dispel and dismiss all of your fears and hopefully give you some answers that will really help you in the future. Doesn't that sound like fun? Hell yeah!
A common fear that we hear from our friends who are kind of curious about the subject is, well, what if you get lost? Don't worry about that. You can't get lost. There's actually something called the silver cord. If you're not familiar with the silver cord, here's a wonderful description from neardeath.com.
Babies are born into this world with an umbilical cord connecting them to the life-giving source of their mother, which is disconnected after birth. People die and enter the spirit world with an umbilical-like cord connecting their spirit body to the life-giving source of the physical body, which is disconnected after death. Many near-death and out-of-body experiencers have described seeing this umbilical-like cord connecting their spirit body to their physical body. Many religious traditions describe this spirit-body connection cord, which is commonly known as the silver cord. Just as the baby's umbilical cord must be severed for the baby to experience life, the silver cord must be severed for the spirit body to experience spiritual life. It is believed that the near-death experience does not involve the silver cord becoming severed. Otherwise, the near-death experience would then become irreversible bodily death.
Does the quote really say it mirrors the umbilical cord, or does it just
That's the exact quote. No, that's what a lot of people believe that it's like that's why you have it, because it's like your umbilical cord.
It's just scary because you cut your umbilical cord.
But it's okay. Because you didn't die when you cut your umbilical cord.
Oh, that's true.
Or you did. We don't know. Maybe.
Birth is death. Whoa! Oh, that's kind of true. Birth is death.
What?
Birth, you basically die when you're born. So for instance, we're both vegan. So previously our soul was happily in Vega doing its thing, you know, and then for whatever reason it decided to incarnate here on Earth. So basically, it kind of died when it was going into our earthly body because we don't remember anything from...
But what if you don't actually get your soul until your umbilical cord gets cut?
Your soul's already there.
Then what is it? Okay, cool. Anyways.
But it's kind of like your soul, in coming into its earthly body, is almost like a form of death, and it goes through its earthly body without its memories from its previous lives, and then eventually it dies its earthly death and is reborn as a soul.
Being born is limbo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you're always dying and being born whenever you enter into a new body, a new vessel.
Okay. Great talk.
I just thought about that. Like, I never thought about that before.
I didn't think about that till I
That's
did
crazy.
the research about the mirror-like effect of the umbilical cord versus the silver cord. Okay, let's get back on track. If you're having an out-of-body experience and you like find yourself looking down at yourself, don't freak out because you're not dead.
Yeah.
It's all good.
What this means is that the silver cord cannot be broken. It is invincible.
It's invincible!
To the moon and beyond.
To the ether!
And beyond.
To Sega!
And beyond.
Yes. It can stretch and it can go on forever and ever, and you can never run out of silver cord. It's like it's one of those Armstrong, Stretch Armstrong. It's like that, but it's your silver cord. And you can, do anything you want. And you can go anywhere. You can see
It's like
anybody.
a slinky. It goes, boing. That's a great analogy.
Because if you ever get worried or afraid and you just want to come back no matter how far away you are from your body, you just hit that eject button and you come slamming back into your body.
Exactly. So if you're ever anywhere and you get into a scary situation where you're like, what's going on right now? All you have to do is think body now.
You don't even have
And you'll
time
be
to think
back.
about it 2 times. Like even the thought of maybe I should go back to my body will send you back to your body.
Exactly. So another thing that's you don't have to fear. You're always gonna make it back. That silver cord's like a little magnet sucking you back to your body.
You're always protected, so there's nothing to worry about. When you are astral projecting and you see your silver cord, some people say that they see it coming out of their belly button just like their umbilical cord, but others report having it on the back of their head like attached right here. I have also heard other reports of people having umbilical cords here. Like I was told that I have umbilical cords, silver cords here, and I've been told that I actually have 2 silver cords, which are right here and right here because I'm a unicorn, but I haven't personally seen them, which brings me to an interesting point. There's this bump on my head that has manifested the last few months, and it is exactly where a unicorn horn would be. So I almost feel like my spirit animal is trying to manifest itself on my body, which makes me think about when some people in their past lives, if they get hurt, like their arm gets cut off or whatever, they might have like an arm problem or
or
like
a
it's like
birthmark or something.
Yeah, so it's like residual from past lives. That might be a thing, and it makes me happy.
I've felt her little bump too, and it's definitely a bump, and it has been there because sometimes like, oh, you just hit your head or something. No, it's been there for months now, and it's not changing. It's not like it's a raised bump because you hit your head.
Yeah, it's like there's
not
something
damaged
there.
or anything like that. It's just, and I've parted her hair and looked in it, and it's just like, it's her skin. It's just this.
It's
this
not
little
like
bump.
discolored or anything,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I can't see it, but I can feel it. But
Yeah.
I was worried about it for a while, so I had to look at it and like do Reiki on it and stuff. But I really kind of feel like it's just my horn trying to manifest, which it can stay little. You know, you don't have to get all crazy. I appreciate
It's
the
just a little
gesture.
cute one.
Yeah, it's cute.
I've never seen my silver cord either, one here, or you can't really see the back of your head, but I've, maybe pulled around, I don't know. But I've never seen it either. And possibly part of the reason is because whenever you go into your astral body, you kind of project how you look right now. Once you start doing it more, from what I understand, from what I've heard from Robert Monroe and people like that, is that you can actually change your physical form. So
Yeah.
instead of being in this body, you can just become a ball of light. So it's possible that we've never seen ours, if it is our umbilical cord, for example, in the same area as your umbilical cord. it's possible we've just never seen it because we're not used to seeing it. So that might actually be a good trick. Maybe we should concentrate on seeing our umbilical cords or our silver cords, and maybe that will help us to have more out-of-body experiences, help us to know, ooh, we're in the moment.
I need another trigger because my mirror trick is starting not to work, which we'll talk more about that. But yeah, like now when I look in a mirror, it stops me.
Oh.
And that started when I did that thing with you and I was trying to show you how to get in and it wouldn't work.
She blames me. I see how it
All
is.
of my problems are because...
No!
But it's cool to see that transition, and that's another reason why I want to document everything, because
Yes.
things like that happen, and you know.
So I think we're gonna try that from now on. Let's try and see if we can see our silver cords.
And also, if you freak out and think that you're moving in real life, just do it anyway. And
Yeah, just do it.
Who cares? You're gonna be okay.
All right, get back on your.
I'm doing what I want. I
Oh,
like
fine.
you. I want to be close to you. Okay, another irrational fear that people have is being possessed.
I got you.
Golly, death grip central. You have no greater danger of being possessed on the astral plane than you do right now in your waking life. Because guess what? Your body doesn't just become empty when you leave it. Okay? Now, there's some kind of placeholder there. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but you cannot, no one else can get in your body without you allowing them to. Same way in the waking life. You can invite others to possess you, other entities and other spirits. I don't recommend it, but if that's what you're into, live your life, queen. But it's not for me. So,
No, I don't recommend it either. Please don't.
sometimes people report seeing shadowy figures in their room, and sometimes they say that they're creeping towards their bed and they act like they're trying to get inside their body. And a lot of times the people will freak out and, they'll jump back in their body real quick so that the entities cannot get in. What happens is that people become afraid. By allowing yourself to become afraid, you are inviting the fear to manifest in your astral projection experience. So there are tons of entities across all of the many different astral planes, and by your choices, you choose what ones you're going to attract. So if you choose that you're going to be afraid, and you're like, oh my god, there's shadowy figures trying to get in my body, guess what? It's going to look like more shadowy figures are trying to get in your body. But if you realize, hey, I'm astral traveling, there's nothing to worry about, it's all good, and you make yourself have that peace about it, then like they'll go away and it's all good. Like you don't have to do really anything like special. If you don't like that answer and you still don't feel safe, it's totally cool. I get it. There are a few things that you can do to further make yourself feel safe, because the important thing is making yourself feel safe, not necessarily the actions you take to do so. So a lot of people choose to use crystals for protection. I personally, whenever I feel anxiety in any moment in my life, I like to envision this white ball of circulating current of energy, just like any Naruto fans out there, the Rasengan, it's like that. It just like spins around really fast around you. And for me, it's a way to project the protection energy around me so that it can be changed to anything. Like if that day I feel like, oh hey, now I just want the white ball to become a red ball. That's fine, it doesn't matter, like whatever, just use your creativity and free flow with it. Now I want it to have spikes. Now I want to extend 10 feet off of me and everyone else. Now I want it to be a big rainbow flying around. Great. Ask your guides and angels for protection. Just say a quick little prayer like, I request the assistance from all of my guides and angels in this moment to assist in my protection and help me feel safe, or just whatever comes to your mind. And just by doing that is going to bring your guides awareness to your situation, and they're going to be there for you. So if you don't feel safe, then that's cool, I get it, but just make yourself feel safe.
There are negative entities out there. We're not saying that there's no way you can't be hurt in any fashion, because if you allow it to happen, you can be. And that's why you have to say, no, I am not afraid. I will not believe in the fear. I will not let the negative entities come to me.
You can't be harmed physically, but you can be harmed emotionally.
Exactly.
So you can be careful, because you can, if you see an entity or you meet someone on the astral plane and they seem pretty cool, just make sure you use your discernment about them like you would with anyone else that you meet, because they might be trying to trick you. Sometimes these beings try to play with you.
Yes.
And just try to play tricks on you and see how messed up they can get you. But don't forget about your emergency escape button, because it's always there for you.
Yes, just create a safe word for yourself, you know, say home, say body, just think it like that and you will be back immediately.
Immediately. Like that. You don't even have time to second guess yourself. You just automatically come back.
And there are some times when Robert Monroe talks about he was trapped in this wall kind of thing, and he couldn't get, it was like so say here was his body and here was the wall and here was the cord. He couldn't get over that wall to get back to his body. It was a problem that he created himself to figure out. So sometimes that will happen, and he realized, I cannot think of this from a standpoint of fear, and he finally got through it and got back to his body. But he realized that he did it himself, and he was creating that. So when you're out of your body, you have all the power in the world.
Yeah, it's your co-created playground. You can do anything.
Exactly, yes. So it's up to you what kind of experience you want to have.
If you want to fly, if you want to meet your spirit guides, just think, I want to meet my spirit guides. If you don't know what to do, then just open yourself up and say, ask your higher self to show you something, or say, higher self, what do you want me to do? And then just go with the flow and see what happens, and you will always have something to do that is interesting if you do that. That was an issue I had for a while, as I kept getting stuck. I would be like, okay, cool, I'm actually projecting, now what?
Yes, I've had that same problem. Yeah, you're all excited and you're like, okay, I'm here, now what do I do? Because
there's so much to do.
There's so much to do.
Because you want to make sure that time counts.
Yes, you do.
And then you're like, well, I don't have a lot of time to think about it, but I'm going to take my time and think about it, and then it's over.
Yeah, and then that process kind of like throws you out because you don't have a direction to go, so they're just like, all right, we'll get out then.
So there's no physical danger on the astral plane, but there are some entities that are negative and they don't have your best interest at heart. Just like in everyday life. If you find yourself laying in bed and you feel that you're about to break out of your body, something that you can do is just kind of play with it and see what you feel comfortable with. So if you feel your arm coming up, just kind of play around and see what's going on. Like you are completely protected and you are completely safe. So just have fun with it. And you know, once you build up your skull, you'll be able to do amazing things.
And sometimes instead of seeing your astral body start to come out, you actually can't move at all. So you're just on your bed like this and you can't move. And this is called sleep paralysis. Your mind is awake, but your body is asleep. And a lot of people freak out about that. A lot of people get scared of, oh my God, am I paralyzed? Why can't I scream? Why can't I move? You're screaming help, help in your head and no one's helping you because you're not speaking. This happened to me before I knew what any of this stuff was. I kind of, yes, I heard of astral projection and, I heard about these different things, but, looking back, I had experiences when I was a kid of like sleepwalking and stuff like that. So looking back on it, I did know what it was, but I didn't know that sleep paralysis was linked to it. So all I knew was that I was in my bed and I couldn't move. And this happened several nights in a row, night after night after night, to where I was almost afraid to go to sleep because every single time I would wake up in this state. I wish at the time I would have known that's actually step one to having an out-of-body experience. That is the exact state you want your body to be in, because you want your body to be completely numb and asleep and just chilling there doing its thing while your mind is awake so that you can project yourself outside of your body.
Sleep paralysis is something that has been around forever. There's a lot of art that has been spread across history that depicts a little devil sitting on someone's chest, and this is used to show sleep paralysis because it feels like there's a weight right here, like someone is pressing on your chest. You can literally travel anywhere, any space, any time, any galaxy, any star, any planet you can think of.
Have fun!
It is your playground. You can do anything on it. You can meet up with people on it. There's literally anything can be done on the astral plane. So in closing, astral projection is not dangerous. But just like in your waking life, make sure that you use your own discernment when dealing with any other entities that you don't know. But if you deal with me, high five me, okay? Because unlike us, not everyone has your best interest at heart. But we do, because we love you. We love you very much. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like it down below so that we know to make more videos for you like this in the future. Also, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every single time that we make a new video.
And like and follow us on Facebook.
And follow us on Instagram at Sabrina and Sterling. And
We will see you on an astral plane.
Bye!